show you love to hate.
I get more nervous in this room than anywhere else.
It's on your radio right now.
Do you know how to pop that coochie for a Greene?
There you go. It's the world's most dangerous morning show.
Got the cameras, I'm about to
God, Greene, what kind of show is this? My son listens to this show.
The Breakfast Club.
with DJ Envy, the captain of this bitch.
With Angela Yee, the only one who can keep these guys in check.
Charlamagne the God.
I'm a lovable asshole.
And this is the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Charlamagne.
Good morning, Angela Yee. Peace to the planet. It's Monday.
Whoop, whoop, it's a Monday.
It is definitely Monday, man. We back for another week.
Man, I just drove in this morning from Atlantic City. I was there yesterday. I had to make a decision. I was like, am I going to go home tonight or am I just going to drive to work in the morning? So instead, I got up this morning at 2 a.m., showered, and came straight here.
Why? Why you just ain't stay?
I did stay until 2 a.m.
I'm saying, but why you just ain't stay and broadcast from Atlantic City?
We have interviews and stuff.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, I just thought, it is what it is. But shout out to the mayor, Marty Smart. It was his, he got reelected as mayor in Atlantic City. So he had a bunch of different events going on. But what did you do, Charlamagne?
This weekend I did my favorite thing, which is absolutely, positively nothing. Okay? Sat around the house, caught up on TV. I'm reading a great book right now called The Big Leap. Fantastic book by, I think it's Gay Hendricks, if I'm not mistaken. So I almost finished that. And just sat around and enjoyed this thing called life. Because I think that we need to do more of that nowadays.
Man, let me tell you something. I was so hurt this weekend over Trouble getting killed. I didn't believe it was real when I first saw it. I saw people posting about it on Twitter, and then people were hitting me up like, you see, Trouble got killed, and I just couldn't believe that it was true.
Yeah, it's so strange, right? Because, there's something we learned a long time ago when we were kids, and it was simple, right? And I know it sounds elementary, but it's the golden rule, and it's, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And, just as a human being, I really think about that every day. I'm like, I'm not going to do anything to anyone that I wouldn't want to happen to me or somebody that I love. So I will never, understand the concept of being that hurt, that much in pain, that angry, to where I take another person's life for what seems like absolutely nothing.
Yeah, so that was a crazy situation. But again, that's really tough. I know his family, he has kids. He bought his mom a house. I remember he talked about that on lip service, that he had just bought his mom a house and how he would do anything for his family.
Yeah, then I saw that. Then I saw, Metro Boomin's mother got killed.
Yes, by her boyfriend.
And then he committed suicide. Like, God.
Man, it was a tough weekend. And then there was a lot of shootings this weekend. We're going to talk about that in front page news in Philly. What happened in Philly. We saw a lot of things going on in Chattanooga. It was everywhere. I don't know what's going on.
I know what's going on. It's a lot of people hurting. It's a lot of people in pain. And it's a lot of people projecting that pain. Period. And that's why I always tell folks, deal with your trauma or your trauma's going to deal with you. Like, this is, I don't know, man. We'll talk about it, though. We got front page news coming up. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. We'll talk about the shooting that happened in Philadelphia. 3 people dead, 11 wounded. We'll tell you what they know
Jesus
so far.
Christ.
Also, we'll discuss the NBA Finals as well.
Yeah, I'm going back home. It's the Breakfast Club. Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today. It's time for front page news. What we got, Yee?
All right, well, the NBA Finals were last night.
Yes, they were.
Right, so now it's tied 1-1. The Celtics lost to the Golden State Warriors. They lost 88-107.
Warriors in 6. I told y'all this already.
Well, the next game is Wednesday. Mm-hmm. All right, and Devin Haney, by the way, fought over the weekend also. I had a chance to watch that. He was in Australia, and it was a unanimous decision for him. So now Devin Haney is the undisputed lightweight champion.
Fantastic.
So congratulations. He had to go to Australia to win, and he dominated that fight.
I watched that fight. Fantastic win for Devin Haney. Drop on the clues bombs for Devin Haney. This dude is tough. Gamboa is tough. He's tough. That was a good fight.
He was trying to come here before his fight, too, in Australia. He was in New York. We tried to get him on the Breakfast Club, but I guess scheduling up here didn't work out. But shout out to Devin Haney. All right, now
Cambosis. That's his name. I said Gamboa. Cambosis.
All right, now let's talk about the shooting that happened in Philadelphia on South Street over the weekend. A gunman opened fire multiple gunmen opened fire in the crowd. There were 3 people who died and 11 people were wounded. Now, we do have some audio. This could be triggering because this is from a witness who was there, and you'll actually hear the gunshots. So just warning you that this could be difficult to listen to.
Look, are they both shot? Are they both shot?
Hey, they got the shoot!
Man, they said there were hundreds of people just out on South Street, as they always are on the weekend, on a Saturday night, and they're looking for the shooters. They're saying there were several shooters. There's a curfew implemented as officials are trying to stifle any additional possible violence. No arrests have been made, but they are offering a $20,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest. Here is what one of the officers had to say about recovering a gun.
We're uncertain whether he was struck or not, but the officer was able to get that individual to drop his gun and flee. That weapon that was dropped did have an extended magazine.
Maybe because I'm 43 years old and I'll be 44 on June 29th. I don't have no desire to be out nowhere at midnight, period. And I don't even like being around large groups of people anymore, simply because I always tell y'all we're all relying on our own human behavior to keep each other safe. And I don't trust these people.
Well, 5 guns were fired, police said, and 2 handguns were recovered at the scene. And so they are still, again, trying to find out, what happened. They did identify those who passed away as Gregory Jackson, who was 34, Alexis Quinn, age 27, and a 22-year-old man whose name is not yet being released. So they do believe one of the suspected gunmen is among the 3 people killed.
And it's always over nothing. We always say, we're waiting to see, what it was about. It's about nothing. Whatever it is, it doesn't equate to 3 lives being lost. Guaranteed that.
All right, and like I said, there was a lot that happened over the weekend. 1 person was killed, 8 hurt in an overnight shooting at a Phoenix strip mall. A 14-year-old girl was killed. And according to the Sergeant Andy Williams, he told reporters 9 people were taken to hospitals after that shooting at 1 a.m. sent people running. They said it appeared a handgun was used after an argument erupted among those gathered for what was some sort of party. And that shooting did happen about an hour after police reported that a teenage boy was shot and killed outside his home. That was about 3 blocks away. They don't know if that was related to this incident. Also, 3 people were killed and at least 14 injured after gunshots rang out in Chattanooga, Tennessee early Sunday.
Christ.
Yes, I know, it's a lot. It was at a nightclub just before 2:45 a.m. And so they said in all, 14 victims were shot while 3 others were hit by vehicles attempting to flee the scene. Among the 3 deaths, 2 were from the gunshot wounds and 1 was from injuries after a person was struck by a vehicle.
Nothing good happened? Somebody will make a killing doing just good news. There got to be some type of outlet that can just do good news every day. I know that somebody had a baby or something. Somebody got a promotion, something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Somebody beat cancer.
There's a lot more going on.
Like, Jesus Christ, there has to be some type of good news somewhere.
I know, this is terrible for a Monday. But
Yeah, it's terrible for any day. Oh, my God. Get it off. That's front page news, G?
Yeah, that was front page news.
Get it off your chest. 1-800-585-1051 if you want to call up and tell us why you're blessed. If you want to call up and tell us, why you're upset, something you want to vent about, reach out and touch us right now. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
What's up? It's The Breakfast Club. It's Get It Off Your Chest. And we have Devin on the line. What's good, Devin?
What's going on with you?
What's going on? You got good news for us?
The good news, man, I got a new crib. I moved in July. My daughter's potty trained.
Yeah.
Life is good, man. It's the best, man.
Hey.
Oh, my God. Congratulations. That's huge.
Yes, especially the potty training part.
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Blessings to y'all, too, man. Y'all stay up. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Appreciate
All right,
you,
congrats,
King.
Devin. All right, now we got Kiana on the line. What's up, Kiana?
Yes.
What's up, girl? You got some good news this morning?
Yes. Now, good morning, Breakfast Club. I just wanted to give my son, Mariah Parker, a shout out. He graduated high school on Saturday. Mariah, I'm so proud of you.
Congratulations to him. He graduated high school. Now what's he doing?
He's just going to relax for the summer, and he's supposed to start barber school soon.
Oh, that's dope. You gonna get him early in barber school, huh?
Yes.
I respect that.
Okay.
Salute to that young man.
Congratulations. You did that as a mom. That's got to be a good feeling.
We don't.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
We don't appreciate barbers the way that we should. You know what I mean? Barbers provide an essential service. I got barbers right up there with doctors and dentists and dermatologists and therapists, damn it.
I know that's right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Kiana, congratulations. Thank you. Good morning. It's Get It Off Your Chest. Who's this?
Hi, this is Ty. I'm calling into the Breakfast Club.
We hear you, Taj. What's good? What you want to talk about this morning?
Well, I want to talk about how much I appreciate the Breakfast Club and how I actually work in the industry.
You said you work in the
what?
In the industry?
Yeah, like I've been making music professionally for 10 years now. Like I go by the name Big Ty, BIGGTIE. Look me up on YouTube, all that good stuff. And
Okay.
I have my own company. I help a lot of artists, like promote, marketing, all that good stuff. For like 7, 8 years now.
Okay.
So, you know, I just wanted to get a little bit of more, exposure to help out.
Big
'Cause
Ty.
I got bangers on deck.
So you're a producer. Do you rap too?
I do all of the above.
All right. You gonna do a little something for us?
Oh God.
Do I want to spit a little something?
Come on, Big Ty.
It's Monday, bro. We already depressed enough. We've had enough bad news this morning. We don't need you.
Yeah, it's on there. You know what I'm saying? I got hit songs though. So,
I believe you.
I'm not a big freestyler. You don't believe me?
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice. I don't hear the conviction in your voice. You're not selling me. You know what I mean? But you know, give people a website or something to go check out the music.
Hell yeah. www.theeeeeemet.
Bro, you got to tell me. You got to tell me before you spell it for me, bro. At least let me figure. Tell me what it is first, sir.
It's the Ease Media, right?
Okay, the Ease Media. Got you.
This is taking too long.
All right. Have a blessed day, sir.
Sure.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
That was painful.
All right, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. If you want to call us right now and get something off your chest, reach out and touch 1-800-585-1051. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Who's this?
It's Dennis. How you doing, Charlamagne?
Hello, Dennis. How are you, sir?
Good. I cannot get enough of humor that you guys have every morning.
Well, thank you, Dennis. Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey, East Brunswick.
Okay, we appreciate you.
Absolutely. You guys get into such tedious details being funny that it's just impossible not to listen to.
Okay, well, thank you.
Absolutely.
What do you do for a living? I'm just curious.
I'm on disability.
Okay.
How you doing, Angela?
What do you do for a living? I'm on disability. Okay, that is a living though. How much you get? How much you get per month?
I get it's $1,345, I think.
Oh man,
if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
All right, Dennis. We appreciate you for tuning
I was
in.
yesterday at the Ukrainian festival in Times Square.
Oh, okay. How was that?
I didn't know they had one.
Very, very nice. Very nice. They even had an opera singer.
They had opera,
like singing.
Opera. I thought you said Oprah. I thought you said Oprah.
I was like, what's Oprah?
I thought Oprah was singing.
Do you have family in Ukraine right now?
Say it again?
Do you have family in the Ukraine right now?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I was born in Moscow, but to me, there is no difference. Ukraine, Moscow, all the same, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Got you.
There is no differences.
Okay. I'm with you, Dennis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling.
You.
Wonderful day.
You too, sir.
That was nice. Thanks, Dennis.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Who's this?
Hello?
What's happening, King? Get it off your chest, brother.
What's good? Morning, DJ Envy, Angela E, Charlamagne the God.
Good
What's
morning.
happening?
I'm good. Just having a good weekend despite everything that's happened. I just wanted to promote some positivity and promote my brand, if anything.
Talk to me.
I have a visual effects animation and company, so I do like computer animation, videos, promo products and everything. I definitely just dropped a video with Cassidy over the weekend where he named up a whole bunch of different artists and everything like that. So if anybody needs like computer animation or any visuals done, my company's name is Visual by RA3.
Okay.
And you can find me on Instagram at _.ra3._.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I'm sure you do amazing. I say, so you do amazing work, so people can hit you up.
Yes, I know that you probably might need some animation or anything. If you guys have any podcasts, I know I listen to The Brilliant Idiots, I listen to Lip Service, I listen to everything. So like every time I hear it, I see like 10 to 15 second podcast animation clips that I can do. Where if you guys need that, just go check my Instagram out, and you'll be able to find all the different work there.
All right, that's dope. I actually did some animation for Lip Service, some animated clips with Remy Ma.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I actually left a corporate job 2 years ago, and I've been doing this song, so I hear all the stuff coming in through the radio nowadays. I feel like nonsense. So I'm like, hey, let me call and see if I can try to get some positivity going through.
All right, I'm sure you're going to get some hits today, so.
Thank you.
All right, King. Get it off your chest. Who's this?
Hey, this is Mide. Hey, what's going on, Charlamagne?
Peace, King. I was drinking some water. What's happening, brother?
I was like, what's up, Mide?
Yeah, I was like, hey, how you doing, Angelique? How you doing?
You know, it's Monday. We just getting started. We trying to crank this lawnmower up. What's happening with you?
Hola, Mide?
I feel that. All right, so business first. Everybody, stop what you're doing right now. Go to Instagram. Follow Jet Lag Forever. Everybody going to be feeling jet lag soon. So
I thought you said jail life. You said jet lag?
Jet lag. No jail life. Nigerians, we don't do that.
Okay.
No, sir.
Hey, okay, my brother. Okay, why you say everybody going to be feeling jet lag soon?
Because Jet Lag is one of the dopest brands in Detroit right now. My friend Eva Cool running the streets right now. It's crazy. Everybody's buying up their brands. Everybody's buying up the shirts. Jet Lag brand is going crazy.
Okay.
So everybody got to check that out. In addition to that, I just got to shout out some very powerful black people. Charlamagne the God, Kevin Hart, Nick Cannon. I'm only 24, but y'all raised me to be like an ideal of what a strong black man should be like. Y'all doing so much for the culture. With Grant Coramino, you know, with your talk show, with Brilliant Idiots, Walking Out. I love y'all.
Oh, man, thank you, brother.
Label.
No, that means the world. Thank you, brother. I love those
Mide.
brothers. I love Nick Cannon and Kevin Hart. I love what they doing. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Of course. Hey, y'all have a good one.
All right, King.
Jet lag,
Hey.
Mide.
Get it off your chest. We do that every morning around the same time, man. So, you know, if you want to call in tomorrow and get something off your chest, if you want to tell us why you're blessed, you can call up and do it, okay? Now, we got Rumor Report coming.
Yes, and you know, we are going to play this interview that we had up here with Trouble and Mike Will Made It when he was signing with Mike Will Made It. And so it was a great interview. We have that for you this morning.
How many times Trouble been up here?
Once, I think.
I feel like he's been up here twice.
Oh, maybe. But
Maybe, I don't know.
I remember that time when he was here when Mike Will Made It. So, so we'll have that for you this morning, and we'll give you what details we do know about Trouble getting killed, unfortunately. And again, our condolences to his family, his close friends. This is really hurtful. So
Absolutely.
Just sending some love.
All right. We'll talk about that when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today. It's Monday, damn it. I feel just like how y'all feel on a Monday morning, okay? Okay, it's time for Rumor Report. We talking trouble.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor Report. This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, in a really tragic and sad situation, Trouble was killed. This happened while he was at the residence of a female friend. This is in Conyers, outside of Atlanta. Now, apparently, the suspect was involved in a domestic situation with the woman that he was visiting. Trouble and this man did not know each other, and he apparently, they said the man, his name is Jamichael Jones, and they are looking for him based on warrants of allegations of murder, home invasion, and aggravated assault. He actually went to the home, and they said that he beat the woman up and then fired on Trouble and struck him in the chest once, and Trouble was pronounced dead at the scene. The woman who was not identified, they said, was not described as injured at that time. So we do want to, again, give our condolences to Trouble's family and really close friends. Here is the sheriff talking about what happened.
What we know and what I can tell you is that Mr. Morel Orr, which is the victim, was visiting a female friend at the complex, and Mr. Jamichael Jones did know the female, and it was a domestic situation.
All right, so that's what we know so far. Now, Trouble used to come on Lip Service all the time. He was our unofficial male co-host, we would always say. And on one episode, he was talking about buying his mom a house. congrats on buying your mom a house.
Yes.
Which I think stuff like that
That's
is
huge.
amazing to see you do things like that.
Mom do held me down so hard, and like, or she might know when I was guilty and so much that I was getting in, like she still going there like, he ain't do that.
Absolutely,
Like,
not my son. Wasn't him.
That was my so my whole thing was like, as soon as that get running up in a well toward her, I could do some for her. Like that's always gonna be first. If I even do anything for myself, like I might not buy a bitch ass thing, but it's gonna always be mom do to my family first.
And then he also talked about having no regrets.
Bro, I ain't type like live with no regrets in history. I don't give a whatever been done about nothing. I'm gonna keep a G code. I'm always straight on one way. So it's your life. I feel like you're supposed to go through shit like it is what it is. Ain't no success without no story. So I'm cool with continuing to build my story. So until the big God call me home.
Horrible, man. I mean, any word you use is an understatement, right? Horrible, tragic. I understand not, living with no regrets, but nobody wants to leave this earth at the hands of another person.
At all.
Especially, somebody who was probably dealing with so much hurt and, pain, and they project that pain on that brother. They didn't even know each other. It's like, that's why I was saying earlier about the golden rule. I know it sounds elementary to say, but it's like, literally doing to others as you would have them do unto you. Like, I don't want to do anything to anybody that I wouldn't want done, to me or somebody I love. So I would never be able to wrap my mind around just taking somebody's life for absolutely, positively nothing.
And since he just talked about buying clip we played of him talking about buying his mama's house, let's talk about The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He went on Instagram over the weekend. He had some videos with his mom. He surprised her with a brand new home. Now he posted, brought my mom into her new family room where we placed her vintage ukuleles up on the wall, and I was able to unearth pictures of our ancestors that she hasn't seen since she was a child growing up in Samoa. She misses her mom and dad. I miss them too. Thank you, God, for blessing me with a little bit of work ethic to make stuff like this happen. Enjoy your new home, Mom. So that's a dope feeling for him as well, as he posted these videos. And he said he'll happily take his mom's tears of joy. He said, when I was a little boy, I hated when my mom would cry. These days, I'll happily take her tears of joy.
I'll drop on a clues bomb for The Rock. I appreciate that. I'm telling you, we need to start goodnews.org. And we need to report good news stories like that, because Lord have mercy, everything's so dark nowadays.
All right, and Amanda Seales has responded to being left off of the Real finale episode. She said it didn't include her, and she was not happy in responding to the promo of the finale. Here's what she said.
So apparently The Real, in their finale episode, did promo. I am not featured in this thumbnail, and I am not featured in the farewell episode, apparently. I'll have some things to say about that. Ooh, child.
So she did join The Real for its 6th season, and she left 5 months later. She said, it doesn't feel good to my soul to be at a place where I cannot speak to my people the way they need to be spoken to, and where the people that are speaking to me in despairing ways are not being handled.
I mean, that's an obvious slight, right? I mean, if they showcased every other host that's been on The Real thus far and didn't showcase her, then that's an obvious slight, right?
Yes, and I know Amanda is going to let us know what happened. All right, well, that is your rumor report.
Let's end with the positive news from now on. Let's start with the dark, and then let's end with the, we could end with the rock and on a high. It's a roller coaster of emotions, this rumor report is. We got front page news next year.
It's not necessarily a good story, but
oh, Lord.
Let's talk about a man who was in the middle of proposing and got interrupted.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
Okay.
Kind of funny. It's The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Unjunk your sleep right now with Mattress Firm's Hot Buys happening now. Queen mattresses starting at $169.99. Sleepy, Serta, Sealy, Beauty Rest, and more. All in stock for fast delivery. Visit a sleep expert at your local Mattress Firm store today.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today. It's time for front page news. What we got, Yee?
All right, well, let's not forget the NBA Finals were last night, and the Golden State Warriors beat the Boston Celtics 107-88. So it's now tied 1-1, and the next game is going to be on Wednesday.
In Boston. Warriors in 6, though. Told y'all this already.
All right, well, let's talk about Disneyland Paris. So Last week, one of their workers ruined a marriage proposal in front of Sleeping Beauty's castle. It's a viral video now. The man was kneeling on one knee. He was giving his partner the ring. The woman got emotional. She put her hands over her mouth. People were applauding. And then a person who works there, who has not been identified, comes over and says, to do it over here, it'll be better. Listen to this.
Yes, that's great, but over here she's gonna be even better.
I don't know if y'all saw that video, but literally this guy looks like he's intercepting a football. Like he comes running out of nowhere and snatches the ring out of the fiance's hand while the fiance is on his knee about to propose to his girlfriend. And I respect people who give their all to whatever it is they're doing, but come on, man. Even the higher ups at Disney, your supervisor, your manager, your boss, gotta be looking at you like you suck.
Yeah, a spokesperson for Disney said the theme park has since communicated with the couple. They've apologized.
Yeah.
And they said, we regret how this was handled. We have apologized and offered to make it right.
You're just a human, a terrible character to do something like that.
Who would even think to interrupt someone on their knee and grab the ring and be like, over here will be even better?
You have no soul. You stole that couple's moment, and for what? You'll never get a promotion. Because I'm telling you, the people you work for think you are a complete lame. And the patience of the brother proposing, he had every right to swing on that man. Because that could have been that's actually stealing, by the way. You stole from me.
You stole my moment.
You stole my property because he snatched the ring out of his hand.
Well, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
I don't know about that. But
Listen,
he did steal that moment.
He snatched the ring out of his hand and took off running. I don't know you an employee there. in these times where everybody's stealing and robbing, he had every right to jump on that man and beat his ass in that moment.
But what would make, I think if you feel like there's a space that would have been good for pictures, wait till afterward and be like, hey, if you guys want to come over here and take some pictures, that could be nice. That's all. You don't interrupt the moment.
That employee should be arrested for stealing. That was stealing. Not only did he steal the moment, he stole the guy's ring. He snatched the ring and took off running.
All right, now let's talk about one of the mothers who ran into Robb Elementary School to rescue her 2 children during the mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas last week. She said that police threatened to violate her probation for speaking about the incident to reporters. Angeli Gomez told CBS News on Thursday she was forced to rush into the school after watching police fail to quickly respond to that deadly shooting. And she criticized them in media outlets, and she said an officer threatened to charge her for violating probation. Here's what she said.
And they started escorting me out, and as I see that they're opening my son's door, I go run for my son and I get him.
While you were inside the school, did you see officers
there was
inside
not one
the school?
Officer inside the school when I ran to my second son's class. There was not one officer.
And you were hearing gunshots, so you knew that
you could hear the
it
gunshots.
was an active shooter.
It was still active. The gunshots were still active. They were not in there. There was no one in there. If anything, when I pulled up, my car was closer to the school than where the snipers and everybody that was laying on the ground were. I was just thinking that they could have saved many more lives.
Yeah, so the police are not appreciating her speaking out. And a lot of people are saying they really dropped the ball in this situation. And again, lives could have been saved. Imagine your children are inside that school and you feel like the police aren't doing anything. She did whatever she had to do to keep them safe.
Well, that's another reason that no civilian should have an AR-15, right? Because if the police are outside thinking about the fact that, man, we don't have the firepower to go against that guy inside of there, that lets you know why a civilian should not have an AR-15.
All right, well, that is your front page news.
That's right. And listen, when we come back, we're going to throw back to a conversation we had with Mike Will Made It and the late, great Trouble. Mm-hmm. Trouble was up here.
He had just signed to Mike Will.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were up here discussing that. But, like I said, Trouble is always one of the most entertaining people when he speaks. Just very insightful and funny, and very talented. So we're going to get that on for you.
Yes, it's The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy, and today we are flashing back in April of 2018 with the good brother Trouble, and Mike Will Made It when Trouble was up here promoting his project Edgewood, man. Very insightful conversation. The full 45 minutes is up on Breakfast Club's YouTube page, but you can listen to it now. R.I.P. Trouble. It's the Breakfast Club.
We got some special guests in the building. Mike, Will, and Trouble.
Hey, let's give it up for Hood drinking juice, man. He had his juice right there, and Trouble said, man, what you sipping on? Mike said, he said that Nia Long, ain't he?
No.
What did you say?
I said some of that live.
That live long.
Live long.
He said Nia Long.
He said that live long.
I thought he lit that shit a little faster.
And you juicing too, Trouble?
I don't know. I ain't know what he had going on. Yeah.
I always try to put my arms on.
I'm just trying to revive myself real quick. I'm flatline, yeah.
You was out last night?
Yeah, it was a long one.
Okay.
Some call. I don't know what club called. I just be ready to slide, so I end up pulling up on some. We was out all night though.
Well, Trouble here to promote Edgewood.
Edgewood.
How much did Mike Will elevate your sound, you think?
Mike, I don't know. Like I feel like my sound been my same sound since the beginning, for real. And it's just a continuation of my story, for real. Like I just be telling my life story and everything I've been through and everything I be witnessing, for real. Like Mike definitely got some deeper track than what I might just grab. Cause I'm Gmail shouter. Like I don't gotta have one of the bigger producers in the game. I still be going through the Gmail. You can be 16, but you can be 16 with Wichita, Kansas. I don't really be can. Like if you got that heat, I just pull it up. But Mike definitely had a deeper sound of where I feel like that's why we end up just being like we might as well just do everything the whole way, all the way together.
How'd y'all meet up? How y'all hook up?
I've been rocking with Mike for a minute, like since before I really even got in the game, like, cause he was already rocking with my bro. Like as soon as I came home, you feel me? Like so he was already like they'll be honest, folks knowing he was always on my line, just trying to get me out of there. Like bro, you gotta stay locked in. But I still really was walking the 1 foot in, 1 foot out way. You know what I'm saying? Really not even believing about no nothing. I ain't really like the way like the politics you gotta play and just different dudes I was meeting in the game. I was like it's too gay, like not in the literal not in the literal sense like being gay, like sitting on the throne, but you know what I mean, it was just too much foo that I ain't really want to rock with. But then I was able to see like from me sitting back from doing what I still was doing and then him staying down and still being in the studio and him gravitating to where he ended up being at. I was like, damn, that pop off for real. Like, so when he actually ended up coming back in the States and called my phone, he stayed on my line, you know what I'm saying? He ended up just him and like, bro, you need to pull up, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, you it, bro. Like, you got the street, like, Snack love you, like, you know what, you can't be out of here, you feel me? Like, I was like, man, I just ended up jumping out my comfort zone at one point in time, like, man, let me go on out there, motherfucker. He always be at one studio. I hate that like 30 minutes away from the city, like, I'm up in turf with it, like I'm in the middle of the turf in the A, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm not coming out there about no rap.
You got a car, right, Trouble?
That's not that far. 30 minutes is not that far.
Man, you crazy to go do some rap to a studio?
Trouble, it's better than what you used to be doing, man.
True enough.
You'd have made that ride.
I see that now, you feel me? But it took me a minute to jump out my comfort zone, you feel me? Like, I was still stuck in my box. I was like, bro, I'm straight. Well, I'm mad with it, bro. Just pull up to the block.
Word.
You feel like, I don't want to go out with no tree sound. This Gwinnett County. These folks just sent me, man. These folks just sent me down the road.
And for the record, he really did say pull up to the bluff, though.
Nah, for real. I hated going out there.
Oh, wait, real quick, too, by the way.
What?
Trouble didn't mean gay. Like gay. The LGBT.
Yeah, he cleaned it up.
Yeah, I know the LGBT community gonna try to jump all over him. He didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I tried to tell him.
So how'd you get the name Trouble?
That came from the turf, like from some of the OG, like since I was young and like.
You was always in trouble.
I wasn't always in trouble, like I just like it really was just when it was necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it came really from me hitting licks, like from I was pulling moves a lot when I was a jet, like and that came before trapping and all that. So like really one of my big dog, he got like sentences right now, free Trey. But he was always putting me on and everything. So when he'll push up on the block, he was talking to all the old heads and telling them like who were moving for him and whatnot. So anytime I started coming back up, that one ain't like, bro, anytime Shout come around, he ain't finna be nothing but some trouble. But it really just came from me pushing moves and I was always ready to hit. Like I love like anybody in the A like who just know me or know about anything, like they know I'm gonna hit it out. Like Shout love to fight. Like when we growed up, it was always about the hit game, you know what I mean? We'll shoot it out, we'll bust it at the end of the day, but we love to hit, you feel me? So that just kind of a little bit what came behind my name.
Now you guys just finally announced that you signed the Air Drummers, but I know you guys have been rocking with each other for a while now. So did you just sign or you just announced it? Because what took so long for this to happen?
Nah, we actually did the paper, the real paperwork, like probably a little bit before I went back in the county on the last little sit down. Like so, it probably took a month and a half before I went back in. And
how many times you got locked up?
Just put my name in Google. It's shell.
You just came home in January, right?
Yeah.
With drug possession.
Yeah, I ended up. I caught a little. Well, they really were trying to blitz me. It was a little trafficking charge. It was a trafficking charge. Probably like it was. I think my lawyer said it was like a gram away from being in the Fed with it. But like if it really went for home, they were trying to baptize me. She told me he's a menace to society. Like it's obvious he ain't learned this lesson. I'm like, man, I ain't even got in there since I've been home from the last little rodeo. You feel me? So, but she really was trying to sit me. But my lawyer ended up working in more. And it's so crazy, bro, the way the big guy worked. Like my lawyer ended up working this one from me sitting in there probably from like 9 in the morning to about 4:30. Last one up in the courthouse type of move, you feel me? Just telling them everything for what I had done built up from me being home and what I was working on and whatnot. She ended up going for it. So I was like, I just need a little time going out because I had done just invested my money up in the studio. I got my own studio in the A and all that. We just did the deal and all this, so she ended up cutting it down. And she stuck. She wasn't finna move all that 10 years. She like, no, because first she wanted me to get the whole 10 on the sit down. So she gave me 10 years on paperwork and told me to do 3 in the inside again. I was like, man, I go ahead and take that in single digit. I can figure it out.
Right.
But she was like, I give you like a month and a half to be out, and then you just have to turn yourself in. So I already knew I was finna have to go back in there. Feel me? So that when we ended up shooting the movie and all that before I went in real quick, just get some things in order. And then my lawyer, it's so crazy. Like soon as I came home, probably like a month and a half later, my lawyer ended up dying on me. Like,
what, like a heart attack or something?
Nah, he had done already had cancer. Like he hadn't been tripping about it. Like he had been doing good actually. Like for real. Mm-hmm. Like when I first caught the case, it was shell on him. He had done been told me about it. Like it hectic. You know what I'm saying? But then when we were going through it, I was like, you been all right? Like he been rocking with me for a minute since I was youngin'. My same lawyer, Mike Malou Jr. You feel me? So he ended up him. He was like, I'm cool. Like, before you know it, folks ended up calling my phone, like, man, Mike just tapped out on the. I like, damn, like the counsel crazy.
So what happens when your lawyer dies and you?
That's why I feel like, what if I ain't really? I really feel like on some real shit, if I ain't had him, like I'd have been in there. I had to have another real sit down. Like I'd really be up through there, like, cause he just was working and move.
Yeah.
Like he the man in the Carey County. There's certain folks you got to go through in different counties. You know what I'm saying? Like who can really work the one. So I feel like if I ain't had a home, like it would have really been shelled and cut the phone because they was at me.
So who you got now? Because it sounds like you might need one again.
I really ain't trying to. He called me in that studio anytime, but I be pulling up nowadays. Yeah, I'm trying to rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I be staying out the way for real.
We'll be back with more of our throwback conversation with Trouble right here on the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy, and today we are flashing back to a conversation we had with my man Trouble from 2018, man, April of 2018 to be exact. This is when Trouble was promoting his Edgewood project with the good brother Mike Will Made It. And, you know, Trouble, he's always got very insightful things to say, man. So, you know, we just want to show that brother some love this morning and paying homage to the good brother Trouble right here on The Breakfast Club.
Who's your biggest supporter in the A, as far as artist-wise? I see you work with everybody from Gucci to Thug to who's your biggest supporter?
I can't say supporter, like, I don't feel like no real supporter like that, just being real. You know what I'm saying? Like they all rock when it's time to rock. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm to call out, but I just ain't no way you run either though. Like so, I think a lot of dudes be expecting you just always be on their line. Like especially like if they popping or they having something going on, like they be blowing them down. Hey man, let's do all that. Like that ain't never been my stilo about no nothing. I don't care if you just now coming in the game and you smoking, or if you already at the top of the totem pole. Like I just like for things to be genuine. That's why I was looking at Mike so crazy. Like when he called me to the studio, like and he playing the songs, and then I end up hearing Driz's verse on the Bring It Back, the second verse. I actually had 2 verses on there. I'm looking at him too hot for real. I'm like, boy, who the hell you don't put on my song? You tripping? Like I don't rock like that.
You know what Drake at first?
Nah, not new. I'm out of town the whole time when Drake had him calling my phone. I was out there in Hawaii with a snack. Like I'm booling. I'm on the hen dog. You feel me? Yeah, I was booling.
But see, my whole
he
thing
called me
was,
1,000 times.
No, I ain't never call him because I told Drake, I was like, bro, we ain't even gonna hit him. I'm gonna just pull up to Atlanta and just play the verse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, man, but when I get to Atlanta, I'm hitting him. I'm like, where you at, bro? You know what I'm saying? Pull it to the studio. Cause I know this is a game changer. We about to just do a mixtape right now, like a 6-song mixtape. This dude just hop on here. Like he hears it one night, gets on the verse that night, and then, you know what I'm saying, next day sends the verse. I'm like, man, okay, this don't, I work with Drake a lot. Like, this don't really just happen like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, boom, I go back to the city. Hey, bro, I pull to the studio. Man, all right, boom. When he put to the studio, we're going through the songs. He's like, dang, bro, let's go in. Like, why you keep playing all the songs we already got? I'm like, man, I just put some mixes on them right quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, just listen to
like,
it.
man, load the beat up.
For real.
So can you put a beat on?
Nah, boom. and then I play that Bring It Back, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, Drake come on, and he just looking, he like, who that is, bro? And
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
told me for a loop. I'm like, he
I'm
tripping.
just still bopping. I'm like, and then he like, man, who was that? And then his boys already know that. His boys, they thought like he already knew. They were like, damn, bro, that's hard. He was like, man, who that is? And then he was like, man, they were like, bro, that's Drake. He was like, oh, hey, hold up, man, run that back right quick, bro. Hold on, you didn't tell me you put him on there. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like.
And that's the point you knew that it wasn't gonna be a mixtape anymore. That this is gonna be an album.
Man, really, we still look at this like a mixtape because it was just like such an organic thing. You feel me? And like I ain't even want to call right then and make like, man, it's just like boom, let it happen organically, boom, like this, and then boom, they link up. You know what I'm saying? Then when they link up, they got their own relationship, and like Drake already like that, and I feel like that's my position. You know what I'm saying? As a producer, like artists, like they might be so into their own world. You know what I'm saying? That they don't even cross paths, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes it's like, I gotta make that bridge, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like me pulling up on the studio with Drake, having a whole another session, and then I end up playing this project, and he like, boom, he get on that song, you know what I'm saying? Not what we were working on, he get on that song, and like send that back, and like he still worked on what we were working on, but it was like, man, boom, that was just urgent.
Absolutely.
And it was like, man, that's when we were like, okay, we gotta put it out serious though. You know what I'm saying? We gotta like shoot some videos, bro. Like
put some money behind it.
Yeah, he shot a whole movie that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? All his videos is crazy. And it's like, man, we wanted to come with like that top tier trap, like come with something different. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when people see quality now, they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like they heart stop.
You got out of jail in January. So was you writing a lot in jail?
Nah, not for real, for real. I really was just prayed up and just in them books. Like, no.
Man,
I write while I'm home. Like, I got so much music. Like, it don't take me too long while I'm in the recording for real, for real. Like, I just done been through so much. I got so many stories in me. It don't take me long at all. Rather I just go straight in, or rather I write. But it's doper when I can't say I have paid attention to that though when I just go in there record, and like sometimes that might be some mumbo jumbo. And I'm glad I got real ones around me though, cause they might tell me like, man, that ain't it right there, Troy. You know what I'm saying? For just first being like, yeah, that's smoking, and let them put out some just 3-whack, you smell? So I was like, hell no. So, but when I do write versatile, when I'm just freestyling, it be hardest. You know what I'm saying? So
what influenced you rapping?
Huh?
What was your influences rapping?
Pop, same ones I did to today. Pop, Boosie, DMX. I got them folk painted up on my wall in my studio. The old BG. Like I don't really listen to all that mumbo gumbo. Like it be boo like for when I'm in the club or whatever. Like I can listen to certain dudes. Like all right, it's cool for the vibe. I got the hen dog in me. Like it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Schnackervillas around here. Let kick. But other than that, like if I'm just sliding though, like my ride or if I'm in the hood, like that's what I'm gonna have all my youngins on. Just talk to them. Like,
Pop, Boosie, and DMX.
Pop, Boosie, DMX, Ghetto Boy, the old BG, Player Fly. Like I'm on all that one.
Nothing from the A?
From the A, out, when it comes to the A, Outkast, you know the old Tilt, I still got that on my phone. Like the old Tilt, the old G, but I just like music that be talking to my soul. I feel like you listen to too much of that garbage. Like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of, you kind of become a product of like what you put into yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
you like people that talk about something.
Yeah. More definitely.
What was the reservations for you to actually sign the deal with Mike Will when he was coming to get you? Because for a lot of people, having a producer like Mike Will, who's had all the hits that he's had and the success he's had, they would jump at that opportunity. But why were you so like not certain?
I just ain't never been thirsty. Like I don't had several offers. Like since I've been home, like them folks trying to lock me up in that paperwork. Yeah. But I just like if it went all the way right by no now, I don't got no problem taking the long road. Like feeling like I ain't come anywhere with so I ain't just gotta have it all at one point in time about no now. You feel me? Like and I'm always have my responsibilities on my shoulders, and I know how to weigh them out. So I ain't just like soon as somebody tell me like, hey, we got $3 million for you, and I'm just like, hey, yeah, let's go with it. Me not knowing I might not get no more money after the fact. Like you might be getting 100% of everything else, and I don't get nothing but the $3 million. In a lot of cases, that's what the situation was with the early offerings. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, once we looked through it, and me and my team chopping it up, my family and my manager, cause he be too strict on it. Like he all the way through all the paperwork, send it through them lawyer folk, then they send me the paperwork back. It had so many red slashes. I was like, God damn, like they must be one of the homies. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, hell. So I was like, hell no. So when it came down to with Mike, then like they real was on some like I'm already knowing like with the relationship we got and how we rocking. Like, man, I know my boy ain't finna try me, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm already knowing this in my head, but at the same time I'm looking like shit business. So I still gotta keep my head in the game, you feel me? So but when it came down to them, when we sitting down, we chopping up, for one, the feeling was a natural vibe, and we all were just kicking shit and chopping business.
And then them folks really was on some shit, like you make the turn type thing. Like they ain't just come at me on no willy-nilly type shit, like and just throw nothing out there on no bullshit. Them folks like you make the turn, you feel me? So when we came down to it and we actually made our own turn, then was like the f not. Why the hell not go for it? You feel me? Like let's get it poppin'.
We'll be back with more of our throwback conversation with Trouble right here on the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy, and today we are flashing back to a conversation we had with my man Trouble from 2018, man, April of 2018 to be exact. This is when Trouble was promoting his Edgewood project with the good brother Mike Will Made It. And you know, Trouble, he's always got very insightful things to say, man. So, you know, we just want to show that brother some love this morning and paying homage to the good brother Trouble right here on The Breakfast Club. I love the record, man. Real is rare, so I really with expound on that motto.
Really rare. Why I rather with that shit. Yeah, I rather with bro. Can be like for real. Like don't nobody really be about what they be talking about. Like I be looking at a lot of these dudes who just be popping and everything. Like and they passing out the wrong messages. Like they don't be understanding how important it is. Like when you get in these platforms because like you become a voice for the youth and the nation, for everybody who listening and who become your following, who become a follower of you. You feel me? But dude just be so selfish and it all be for the paperwork at the end of the day. People just money motivated. So they ain't thinking about nothing about for what they putting out here. They ain't telling nobody the ins and outs of the street. They just telling them, go, hey, I'm gonna shoot your granny house. But you ain't never even shot nobody goddamn grandma house. So why you gonna tell that little man go do it? Now he facing a whole elbow. You feel me? He ain't got no money to put up. You ain't telling him no way to go hustle up and get no bankroll. Set that to the side. Don't go f it up at Lennox. You feel me? I ain't telling no nigga nothing like that, Perry. And just sending this up for the downfall. That's why I feel like at the end of the day, when I come in, like, of course I came in busting for trouble because that's just my life at the end of the day, and that's actually fact. So, and that song actually came around from me listening to the beats and me talking with the OG. They're like, bro, you don't even gotta do nothing no more. Everybody busting for you. Like, you really just need to take the music serious, but lock on in. So, like, my life, but at the same time, we like, I know folk be listening. So I be like, I don't want to put out the I want to let these know, like, it can go this way, it could go up, it could go down. Like your plan could go south, and what to do and how to be prepared for different certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Because it's important. Because at the same time, I look at it like for like boosting them, like that helped me guide in certain situations that made me be all the way on right, and for to even be for where I'm at with it today. Cause I would have crashed all the way out if I was listening to so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think dude really think about it too much. Like for when they just putting out just going in there and thinking like. Cause the simplest shit these days really be getting you the bigger bankroll. You know what I'm saying? Like folk just dumb as hell. Like got ADD out here. You know what I'm saying? That's why it kind of. If you think about it, like back in the day, everybody was rapping all the 16 ball. Like you around put a 16 on something these days, man. Cutting your ass off his seat. Yeah, like that's too much. They just like hell nah. You could be saying the realest shit in the world. Like you know what I'm saying? Something that gonna really relate. You know, something that you could be going through right then at that moment. You feel me? What you finna need to hit them last full ball, but you gonna cut it off. Like if he ain't got the right jam, if he ain't whamming too bad. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to get on something where it'll kind of gravitate or circulate back around toward that where it has real true meaning. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, folk know like. My life and my music and my facts and my life for real at the end of the day. So I just felt like I just needed a chance or somebody just to reach out by that shit and just kind of bring me toward the light by it to where folk can actually hear me out. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you balance it? How do you balance being from the street and putting it in your music? Because you know, of course you don't want to send the wrong message, but if it's your real life, you got to get it out.
I mean, because I ain't no robot at the end of the day. You feel me? Like, so I got to go through shit like got feeling about certain shit. I care about my family. Like, I don't have chicks who I care for. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I ain't just one way about no nothing. Like the streets to the streets, and that's where I'm gonna be at with it at the end of the day. But I live too. Like I'm a regular nigga, you know what I'm saying? So like with the music, when I go in there, I don't just stay one way about no nothing because that ain't reality. You know what I'm saying? I go with my feeling about things. So if certain beats will come on, like the Rider beat come on, and it give me certain memories like from when I was dealing with somebody that was silent or somebody that didn't understand what it took to be silent or what a real rider was, then I tell that story. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Hurt Real Bad come on, it click in my head about all the betrayal and all the backstabs and everything that I was going through in my real life, and that would brought the tears out while I'm recording that one. And then I tell that story. You feel me? Like I don't go in there and feel like worry about public perception. Like, hey, you Trouble, man. You got to be straight out there and just get it to him straight raw. Like, everything need to be slash them up, bust them down. Like, hell no, because that ain't real.
That's real. All right. I even saw when you came home, you unfollowed everybody on social media.
That was, it was like that's why I told him though, like within one of my within my comment, whatever. Cause I know folks so damn sensitive these days. Folks take everything to heart. You can't say nothing about nothing. But like with me, like I'm gonna speak how I feel, bro. Like so, war with a war. I was like, I know some folks were gonna take it to heart, but it wasn't even about nobody personally. Like I just didn't want to see no more of that shit. Like I just feel like you get so consumed, then you'll go from checking your phone out from about 5-10 minutes, then some catch your eye, you laughing or whatever. Woo. Before you know it, that 5 done turned into 45. You know what I mean? That 45 done turned into 2 hours. You feel me? That's just too much wasted time. Where you really could be like, close that out, go down your call log, see who you need to call about something, and keep flipping it on up. You know what I'm saying? Try to get some new situations or something going on. Like, cause you can't never be, you know what I'm saying? You can't never be too content with nothing about no. I don't care how many M&Ms you got or Hondas or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, jump out here and try to build up relationship with folk. That's what it was about me. So I was like, man, it just too much on my damn phone. So I wanted to keep it off of there just in case for when my mind kind of started wandering around and I wanted to get on the ground. When I do click on here, it was nothing to see. You feel me? And I did that when I did come home, like, and I got everybody off my shit. It was a certain time where I was like, let me see what's going on the ground. Now I click out like, that might not be popping, but I'm really forgetting it on unfollowed everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't that going on? I scroll my but ain't nothing on there, so it kept me out of that world. You know what I'm saying? And then I jumped back into reality, because sometimes that's how a lot of people lose themselves. And I think that what done f***ed up a lot of people in the world too far for how folk be moving. Like, people feel like these days, like, you can only wear one, like, an outfit that you buy no matter what it is, rather it Goo Wop or Javenture or whatever, you feel like you only supposed to wear this one time. That shit come from being so stuck into that social media and you seeing everybody who extra turned up and all that, like, they always swapping it out on every picture. So you start to feel like you become unappreciative of what you got, you feel me? Like, you become real disrespectful for anything that you doing or the big God done bless you with, you know what I'm saying? You start looking at clothes like, like, I can't wear that no more, I just had that one on March 20th. Like, it's so what? It's yours. You hear me? You worked hard for whatever you had to go pay for that. You know what I'm saying? So they're yours at the end of the day. Who gonna tell you how many times you supposed to wear it or how many times you supposed to remix? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't come for that, man. You got $1 billion set up somewhere? The way you can just do 365 outfit? You know what I'm saying? Man, is you crazy? Like, but that come from that social media, because you could be absolutely comfortable. And I swing that back around to the music too, though. Like, that's why I talk such in a general state, bro, for everybody to grab something from, because at the same time, dude make, like, if you pop it for an instant, like, they'll make a young uncomfortable with being himself, bro, because might be like, you could, like, 9 to 5 for some folk. You feel me? Like, everybody ain't gonna be the bigger goddamn drug dealer. Everybody ain't gonna be the bigger rapper or the bigger singer or none of this shit. But so if a coming to you and he telling you like, bro, I'm finna goddamn Walmart just call me and say they finna hire me, man. I'm gonna just go hold it down for a little bit. And then, but you have certain dude who gonna be like, boy, that what's up, boy, go hold it down. That me, boy, go hold it down. That's what you need to be doing. You feel me? Then you gonna have certain be like, man, lame as hell, but go get a 9 to 5, jokes on the man the whole time. And if you have such a following where everybody joking on you and start laughing at you, that's gonna make the feel uncomfortable with it and be like, man, hell, I can't be no duck out here. You feel me? Before you know it, he finna jump in the street. He ain't even know street, so he don't know how to rob. He don't know what to rob. He finna pick up a scrap and go hit a Family Dollar. Boy, ain't nothing in there. You feel me? Like, he finna crash straight out. Like, real, they be crashing straight out. And that just came from what a be putting out, and don't even be paying no attention to that. And before you know it, the home got a K, the same was just telling you lame as hell, forgot them going to get their Walmart job, gonna be like, that dummy. Right, soon you see him on the news, like, that dummy, he should have went and got that job. Nah, you should have told him that.
Word up. What book changed, my last question, what book changed your life the most in jail?
I can't say really changed. Like, I grabbed something from all on though, like, for real. I read, I was up on Pop Resurrection book, the 48, of course. I read a lot of James Patterson books. Like, I grabbed something from everything.
All right.
Well, we appreciate you guys for joining us.
Edgewood. Trouble Mike Will, Edgewood out right now.
That's right.
Edgewood going crazy.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Oh, man. Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today. It's time for the Rumor Report. Let's discuss Michael B. Jordan.
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Man, well, it looks like Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey have broken up. And so, according to reports, they've been together for about 1.5 years. Although it does feel like it's been a lot longer than that. They were a really great looking couple together. It looks like they both brought out a lot of great things in each other. We saw the two of them being really open and loving on social media. But according to a source close to the couple, they confirmed to People that Michael and Lori are both completely heartbroken. They still love each other. They said Michael matured a lot over the course of their relationship and was ready to commit for the long term. He let down his guard with her, opening up emotionally in a romantic relationship for the first time. They had great times together and brought out the best in each other.
Why do these things need press releases, though? Like, do we need a press release saying that they broke up? Because what if they get back together in 2 days? Is there going to be another press release that says Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan back together again?
Well, it could be also in case either one of them are spotted out with somebody. You don't want to feel like they're still in a relationship or somebody's cheating on someone.
But who's that for? Because if I start kicking it with somebody else, I'm telling them, oh, me and Lori not together no more. Who's that for?
I guess it allows you to move on with your life, because when you're publicly in a relationship and then you break up, you know, I don't know. They didn't issue the statement, by the way.
Come on.
Yeah, they didn't issue this.
Come on.
Okay.
You know, come on. You've been in this business a long time. Come on. Of course they did.
All right.
And there's some white women rubbing their hands together like, ew, Michael B. Jordan is back in these suburban streets.
Well, DeVito already, people feel like he's shooting his shot. So he said something like, he called it the MVP. So there you go. All right, Jamie Foxx and sat down and did an interview with Tank and Jay Valentine on their new podcast, R&B Money. Mm-hmm. That's on the Black Effect Podcast Network on iHeartMedia. And Jamie Foxx talked about an incident where a very prominent actress thought that he was Rick Fox.
I was in a hotel room with a very prominent actress, and she was doing cocaine. I wasn't. I don't do that because of my religious beliefs. But she does the cocaine. She says, I'm a bad mother. And then she goes, wow, I didn't think I would be in this room doing cocaine with Rick Fox. She thought I was Rick Fox the whole night, bro. She thought I was Rick Fox. I was like, I'm not light-skinned with good hair like this. What happened is this. She jumps in my limo thinking it's somebody else's. What am I doing? I said, I don't know. I can't believe you in here. Are you fucking serious? I don't know. I cannot believe I'm with Rick Fox.
When you say, what are you doing? You're doing cocaine. Okay, that's what you're doing, young lady. Salute to the R&B Money podcast, though. Tank and Jay Valentine. They are currently sitting at #1 on the Apple Music charts for podcasts. So drop on the clues bombs for the R&B Money podcast. Make sure you subscribe to that on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network.
I see they're going to have pink sweats on there. I love pink sweats. So that should be really good. All right, now Boosie Badass. He's thanking God after learning that his 18-year-old son did not father a child with his ex-girlfriend. Remember when Boosie was up here, he said he was about to be a grandfather. He also kind of didn't believe the woman was pregnant at the time. Well, it turns out that he is not a grandfather, according to the tests. That's not his son's son. So in addition to that, I guess it was something crazy that happened. He said the things these women do these days is crazy. My son has had the most stressful year of his life because of this situation. Okay, y'all want to do this too? My son bet and the mama of the daughter the worst. Last pick is the real mother and father. So I guess it wasn't even this woman's baby. It was somebody else's baby. And I think the aunt reached out as well and sent him a message and said, this is the same baby, my nephew, not Torrance. So I guess the baby belonged to a whole other person, and he felt like the mom and the daughter were trying to trap his son. So here is Boosie's reaction upon finding out that he's not a grandfather.
Just found out that ain't my son, baby. I'm not a grandpa. Oh, Lord, they done kidnapped somebody, baby, brought it down there like it's my grandchild. Oh, you're going down, baby. Oh, Lord. I need everybody to come to the club tonight. I'm getting everybody free drinks. I ain't no grandpa. Yeah. Oh, Lord. They done made a movie about my son now. Oh, man. This is a conspiracy of the ages. My heart beating fast. Thank you, Jesus. Woo. Great day. I'm pouring everybody liquor tonight.
I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, but I think Boosie's happy about not being a grandpa.
Yeah, he's thrilled.
I'm getting that feeling.
And then he posted a picture with the baby. I knew when I seen him, and he knew it too. And there's a picture of him and the baby kind of looking like, we don't know each other like that. And he said, plus he was too damn heavy. Both of them skinny. Look at that look I was giving him.
Well, it's a baby, Boosie. That's
He
the
said
baby
him and
weight,
the baby
Boosie.
do. Like, the baby looking like, you ain't my grandpa.
He said the baby is not skinny.
He said
We
they
both
both
skinny.
knew.
The baby.
Now, in addition, of course, Boosie had to call out the City Boys.
Y'all thought I was down, but ain't been down. So back from the mother grave, ziggly wiggly. Y'all thought I was a grandpa and my city boy game was over? They got me fucked up. I'm back in full force. Ziggly wiggly. Chicka chaka waka naka chaka cha.
Is he saying Piggly Wiggly?
Yeah, I don't know. But the City Boys are
He
up.
shot
He's
at the
back in full
supermarket?
force. So, I don't know.
Oh,
What's up
okay.
with your headphones, dude?
I don't know. I need some
Every time
noise.
you turn your head, it flops over.
I know, it's crazy. Feels like Monday.
All right. Well, Boosie also said, still waiting on your pregnant pics, boo-boo, with that baby in your stomach. Are you in the hospital having a baby? What was the delivery doctor name? What hospital you gave birth at? When you lie once, you got to keep lying, baby. Your mama should have told you that. And we're the other twin. So there you have it. All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Now,
That means you
Charlamagne.
got to go pay your parking meter.
That means it's time for Donkey of the Day.
No, it doesn't. That
Yes,
means
it
you got to
does.
go pay
I
your
just set
parking
an alarm
meter.
for Donkey of the
Yeah,
Day.
right.
That's how I know how to set my
Ashley,
day.
you got to go pay our parking meter. That's what that means. Why can't you just do it from your phone?
I am. That's to remind me.
Oh, okay,
To do it
okay.
from my phone.
All right. Yes, Donkey of the Day is coming up next, and I need Jamichael Jones. He is the suspect in the murder of Trouble to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him. This is the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Take control of a safer home with Kidda's new smoke and carbon monoxide alarm with smart features. A smart alarm that provides continuous 10-year detection of smoke and carbon monoxide and real-time notifications through Kidda Home Safe and the Kidda app. Shop now exclusively at the Home Depot.
Charlamagne, say the gang, dunk it other Charlamagne.
You are a donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day. Donkey of the Day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the heat.
Yes, the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Well, Donkey of the Day for Monday, June 6th goes to 33-year-old Jamichael Jones of Atlanta. Jamichael Jones is currently wanted on home invasion, felony murder, and aggravated assault in connection with the senseless murder of the rapper known as Trouble. If you haven't heard, Mariah Cemente Orr, known as Trouble, was found with a gunshot wound in an apartment complex in Atlanta on Sunday morning, and the suspect is 33-year-old Jamichael Jones. Let's go to Fox 5 Atlanta for the report, please.
A deadly shooting Sunday morning inside an apartment at Lake St. James apartment complex in Conyers ended the life of 34-year-old Atlanta rapper Trouble.
Upon deputies' arrival, they observed the black male, lying on the ground suffering from a gunshot wound.
The artist, whose real name is Mariah Orr, was shot once in the chest just before 3:30, according to authorities with the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office. A spokesperson says Orr was visiting a female friend when the suspect, now identified as Jamichael Jones, forced his way into the apartment and fired that fatal shot.
Mr. Jamichael Jones did know the female, and it was a domestic situation.
The Rockdale County Sheriff's Office does not have any leads on Jones's whereabouts at this time.
We did search the known locations that we thought he may be at, but we did not have any luck finding him.
Jones is wanted on charges of felony murder, aggravated assault, and home invasion.
Here we go again. I don't know what I could say in this situation that hasn't already been said. Horrible, tragic, senseless. All of those words are extreme understatements. I saw a headline this morning on the Daily Mail, and it's the headline that we always see in these situations. Hell, it's probably a copy and paste for most of these outlets at this point. And it's 3 words. Rapper shot dead. Which I hate, because these aren't just rappers. These are humans, okay? Men with families, kids, people who love them, people who relied on them. You know, people, he needed to be here for. And his physical presence is gone for absolutely no reason at all. Okay, according to reports, he didn't even know Jamichael Jones, but Jamichael, being so full of hate, so full of pain, jealousy, envy, rage, whatever he was feeling prior to that moment, and whatever he was feeling in that moment, he projected on the Trouble. I was thinking this morning, as I was driving in, I was listening to Sarah Jake Roberts' sermon from yesterday, And I was thinking about the golden rule that we learned in grade school, okay? And it's so important. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You have to live by that rule because it's simple. Don't do something to someone that you wouldn't want to happen to you or someone you love. So I will never be able to wrap my mind around taking someone's life just because my feelings are hurt. Okay, my brother Jermichael, I don't know what your relationship was to this woman. I don't know what Trouble's relationship was to this woman. I just know police said you and the young lady had a domestic situation, prior. Listen, man, I'm sure this is a special young lady, but there is nobody that special to throw your life away and take a life because of her. Okay, so now Trouble is no longer here. You've caused generational trauma for that man's whole lineage, and you are going to prison for the rest of your life. And guess what? That young lady going to be out here minding her business and living her best life with whoever she chooses to do it with. Meanwhile, you about to be property of the state for decades to come. Okay, sad part is in prison, you probably going to end up processing traumas you should have processed while you was home. Whatever you was dealing with that caused you to do this, you're going to end up having plenty of time to think about it and deal with it, okay? I don't know what we doing anymore, people. I really don't. Every day it feels like we wake up and we don't know what we are going to hear, but every single time it's the worst possible news you could possibly imagine. And what I hate about it the most is we are doing it to ourselves, okay? It's crazy because there's so many things that are against us, that are out of our control. And that's what this Serenity Prayer is, right? Like, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Well, that is where I start to get confused because I'm one of those fools who feels like, we can change the way we treat each other, but that change starts within us. I know. Here I go, about to talk about therapy again, about to talk about healing again. Yes, I am. And I'm going to tell you something else. I think that we also need to submit our will to God because God is the best knower and planner, and I'm glad that God knows because I don't. Okay? I don't know what to say anymore. All I can say is if you don't deal with your trauma will deal with you. And if you don't deal with your trauma, you'll project your pain on the other people. We say it all the time. Hurt people hurt people. This man, Jermichael Jones, hurt this young lady. They had a domestic dispute. Then he broke into her crib to cause more pain, to hurt again. And he ended up doing that by killing Trouble. When you see stories like this and stories like, Metro Boomin's mother killed by husband and then husband takes his own life, do you not see that people are clearly in pain? Huh? That people are clearly hurting. I just want to see folks get the healing they deserve before they just continue to go around hurting others, bleeding on folks who didn't even cut them because, man, I don't have any answers, okay? Other than God. That's all I got. Keep trusting God. God is always in control, even when your circumstances may seem out of control. That's all I got. And if you don't believe in God, well, that's probably part of the problem. But you need to, because whatever it is we currently believe in as a country is clearly not working. Please give Jermichael Jones the biggest hee-haw. And go on ahead and turn yourself in, Jermichael. Okay? Make this easy for everybody.
Right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day. As unfortunate as it is, appreciate that this morning.
Yes. And, from the start of this show, it has been nothing but darkness. Okay? We had to report on this, report on Metro Boomin's, mother being killed, shootings that happened, all this stuff. So I just need to ask one simple question to the people listening to us right now, our beautiful Breakfast Club listeners. Do you have any good news? I don't care what it is. I don't care if it was a successful birth, kid graduating, you smoked some good weed this weekend, you orgasm for the first time this week. I don't care what it is. Do you have some good news? Yee, why are you looking perplexed? Do you have any?
I was trying to think.
Jesus Christ.
I can't look at you when you turn this way because your headphones look so stupid.
What's wrong with my headphones?
It's terrible.
Something wrong with my headphones?
Yeah, they're really broken on one side. Can you get some new headphones? You can definitely make that happen.
Eb the Celeb gave me these. These are WNBA Beats by Dre's. Prior to that, Karen Civil used to supply me with all my headphones.
You can't buy a pair of headphones?
Huh? Huh?
You can't buy a pair
of
headphones because it's so stupid.
Nobody got some good news for me? Maybe somebody mailed me some. I don't know. 1-800
like a broken rabbit.
Like my ear broke?
Yeah.
Like the one rabbit ear broke? 1-800-585-1051. If you got some good news, please spread it to us this morning.
I'm trying to think.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today, and it is a Monday. It is very dark. Rest in peace to Trouble. Rest in peace to Metro Boomin's mother who passed away. Rest in peace to, people who got killed in Philadelphia this weekend. Like 3 people got shot in Philadelphia. What else bad news did you report?
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, my God.
North Carolina. There's a lot of things that have been going on that have been really heavy.
Too much bad news.
But we want to hear some good news this morning. I thought of something. My goddaughter got into Spelman. But not only did she get into Spelman, but she got a scholarship for 4 years. So congratulations to Nia.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, my daughter is graduating 8th grade. That is a blessing. And, last week I did something that I never thought I would do. I let her go on her 8th grade field trip. So she was in D.C. for 2 days. And that's the first time she's ever been away from, been out of, anywhere without me and her mother. So, it took a lot for me to get over my parental paranoia and my anxiety, of letting her just be, I don't want to say grown, but, of age.
Having some independence.
Yes.
And being a responsible young lady.
Yes. And so, it felt good that she made it back home safe and sound, and she's graduating 8th grade. So and because just yesterday I saw something with some little boy went on a trip. I think it was in Baltimore, Maryland, and he ended up dying or something like that on some field trip for school. So I think it was Baltimore, Maryland. But so yes, that's my good news. So do we have any good news?
Let's talk to Nikki. What's up, Nikki?
Hey, Angela Yee. Hey, Charlamagne. Good morning,
Nikki.
Everyone.
Hey,
How
Boo.
are you?
What's your good news?
So, first of all, rest in peace to Trouble. And but my good news, I turned 40. My family surprised me with a birthday party yesterday, and I graduated from college last week. I got my degree in psychology. So, honestly, it's all good news over here.
Congratulations, Queen.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you. I wish I had a prize for you, but we don't usually give prizes away on this show.
Getting through to you, I've been trying to get through since your show started. I've been a day one listener. This was birthday present and surprise enough. This is great enough. Thank you.
Oh, you one of them damn Geminis?
I am a Gemini.
Lord have mercy.
You know what that means.
I love Geminis.
He blessed the earth when he made us in June.
I'm surrounded by a bunch of Geminis. So
me too. Gemini's
my
definitely.
My actually tomorrow. So Allen Iverson, Prince, June 7th. That's the gold day.
Do you have two personalities?
I do. I'm super sweet, and then I'm super, let's say, stern.
Okay. All right. Well, shout out to you, Nikki.
Peace, Nikki.
Thank you guys so much. Peace and blessings to all.
All right. Let's do some more good news. Let's talk to Michael. What's up, Michael?
How you doing?
What's your good news today?
All right, well, my wife is pregnant after trying for 4 long months, and as well, this is my first year teaching a youth soccer team, 9 through 12, and we went undefeated, 8-0. So
hey,
life is good.
What's the name of the soccer team?
Mighty Maniacs.
Mighty Maniacs, out of where?
Indianapolis.
Okay, salute to the Mighty Maniacs.
Putting up all those wins across the board. Congratulations.
And I'm praying for your wife to have a healthy delivery.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Peace, King. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, let's hear some more.
More good news.
We got Caroline on the line. What's up, Caroline?
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Hey, Boo.
Peace, Caroline.
So today is me and my husband's anniversary.
Okay.
We got together in 6608. We got married in 6618, and now we're at 14 years.
Wow.
Congratulations. Okay, so you got, all right, so 2014, so it's how many years now? 8 years?
14 years.
And you said today's your anniversary?
Yes.
Okay, you going to do something special? You shave anywhere that you probably haven't shaved in a while?
Well, we enjoyed ourselves this week, and I pampered him with a massage and some lunch. But we're going to see her tomorrow in Portsmouth, Virginia.
Oh, that's a beautiful gift. That's going to be so her.
Oh, okay.
Man, I love her performances and her music. You guys are going to have so much fun. And let me ask you this. After the massage, what happens? That's just the pregame, right?
He wanted to do some other things there on the table because we did a couples massage. But
I thought you gave him a massage.
About.
Okay.
No, we went to a couples massage, and he wanted to do other things, but, we had to go to lunch, so we left that for later.
Okay, true. Well, I'm happy to hear that y'all had a great weekend, and happy anniversary.
I love when we get couples massages, and I hear my boyfriend snoring on the other table.
I love it. It's amazing.
All right, well, call us up. Give us your good news. 800-585-1051. It is The Breakfast Club. We're keeping it positive now because it's been a heavy weekend.
Yeah, I think we need to do this once or twice a week, man. I just want to hear good news from people. That's all. It's The Breakfast Club. Yep, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today, man. And like we said earlier, it's been so much bad news. It's such a heavy day today. Rest in peace to Trouble. Rest in peace to Metro Boomin's mother. Rest in peace to the people that lost their lives in, Philadelphia this weekend. Rest in peace to the, 7th grader who died on a class trip, last week in Baltimore. So I just want to hear some good news from people.
Right,
I know that there's got to be good news out here in this world.
Let's talk to what's good. What's your good news, Vladimir?
Well, my good news is, I wrote a book called Triggers Passion in honor of my brother who passed away.
Okay.
What's it called?
Triggers Passion.
Triggers Passion, not with the E and the R, but the A and the Z.
Okay, Triggers Passion.
Okay.
Is it what kind of book is it? Is it a fictional or is it not?
It's fictional, based on how he lived and how he passed away.
Okay.
They talked about the good and the bad. Honestly, he got killed by the police.
Wow.
And it talked about, he was trying to change his life, and at the end of his life, bad things happen and consequences,
That's horrible, my brother. Well, we sending you healing energy, man, and we're going to support the book. Hey, where's the book at?
It's on Amazon, and you can also check out VladimirDubois.com. I'm not related to Vladimir Putin now. Vladimir Dubois.
Okay, well, his last name's not Dubois.
Whose last name is Dubois on TV? Why is that ringing a bell? Tiffany Dubois. Yes, Tiffany Dubois from Insecure. Okay.
All right, let's talk to Kiana. What's up, Kiana?
Hey, how y'all doing this morning?
Good.
Blessed,
how
black,
are you?
and highly favored. How are you?
I'm blessed. I can't even complain.
Okay.
So what's your good news, boo?
My good news is I got a kidney transplant and I graduated college April 23rd.
Oh, see, that's amazing.
I love to hear it.
How's the transplant going?
I'm going to do labs today as we speak. It's going great. I'm living life at one day at a time. I'm blessed, and I'm crying happy tears and sad tears because this world is crazy.
Yes, it is.
From the kids to now to the rappers getting shot. Everyone needs to love and hug each other and pray to God because you will never know when it's your last day on this earth. And I'm hurt because this world is mad. This world's a madhouse. And we all need to come together and love and hug each other. It's not a time for that. I'm happy and blessed at the same time. Like you said, this man can't go home to his family. He has a family, friends, kids, and everything.
All right, well, we love you,
right,
Kiana,
Queen.
and we happy you with us.
Thank you. Love you guys, too. Stay blessed and keep doing what y'all doing.
All right. All right, let's talk to Lola. Lola, you got some good news for us this morning?
Yes, I do. Angela, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I was actually on a segment with you before regarding my business, which is why I'm calling, because I'm celebrating my 6-year anniversary of being open.
Yay!
By Lola Marie. Yay, yay.
Oh,
and my son also just graduated, too, so... Yeah,
all these graduate. Look at you, 6 years. That is not a small thing, okay? So congratulations. We know how hard it is to keep a business going even for 1 year. So 6 years is amazing.
Yeah, I survived the pandemic. Yes, ma'am. I'm still standing.
And let people know your Instagram so they could look you up too.
Yeah, it's at Nails by Lola Marie, and I'm located in Houston, Texas, West Chase, like the central area in Houston, West Chase. Yep, that's where they can find me.
I haven't been to Houston in so long, but when I come out there, I'm coming to see you.
Yes, come and see me. Yes, you most definitely need to come check me out. Specialize in pedicures, so I'm going to get your feet right and have you ready for the summer.
All right, thank you. We need that.
Well, thank you for the good news, Queen.
Good morning. Who's this?
This is Shakima.
Shakima, you got some good news for us?
Yes, my daughter Sky is graduating from 8th grade with honors. Congratulations.
Hey, that's amazing. My daughter's graduating from 8th grade, too.
With honors.
And my niece, she's graduating public school with honors. Congratulations, Rain.
That you did a great job as a mom.
Yes, thank you so much. And today is my granddaughter Serenity's month birthday.
All right.
Man, this is all incredible. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Listen, we got to do this a couple of times a week, man, when we just have people call in and tell us their good news, because it just feels like everybody's profiting and monetizing off trauma. You know, we already know the news always says if it bleeds, it leads, but man, it gets exhausting, it gets tiring, and it gets draining. And celebrating good news reminds you that there's still hope. Okay, it does, because boy, sometimes you wake up and feel hopeless. And today is one of those days, but I'm glad to hear about all these good things, great things happening for people out there in the world.
Yeah, everybody celebrate all those wins, no matter how small they are.
Word is born. There is no such thing as a small win. A win is a win, damn it.
I'll be celebrating when I get a parking spot.
Word up. No, for real.
Yeah, I do.
Absolutely, you should. Gratitude should be your attitude. That's how you get blessed with more parking spots in life.
I'll drink to that.
Now, you got a room report coming up?
But that's only if I'm parked at home. Yes, and let's talk about a trading card that could go for nearly $7 million. All right, we'll tell you what's so special about this card.
That's right, it's the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy is off today, and it's time for Rumor Report. We're going to talk Ray J, right?
No.
What are we talking?
We're starting with the trading card that's going to go for almost $7 million.
There you go.
Listen up. It's just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, they're saying a one-of-a-kind LeBron James triple logo man card. Some people are saying this is the most coveted modern collectible in the world, is going to be hitting the auction block. They're saying it could sell for over $6 million. Some people think it's going to go for nearly $7 million. They said it's the grail of modern cars, the holy grail. There's 3 NBA logo patches on the front of the card that come from a Cavaliers, Heat, and Lakers jersey, each of his 3 teams.
And it's worth $7 million?
That's what they're saying. They expect when it hits the auction block that it's going to get. So the all-time record is a $6.6 million card.
Okay, so is it worth $7 million, or that's just what they're expecting someone to pay for it, like an NFT?
That's what they're expecting somebody's going to pay for it, because triple logo man cards are really rare. Only 5 were ever made, and there's only one LeBron one that exists.
Oh, okay.
So, does sound very valuable.
Very.
Now, Kobe Bryant's game-worn jersey from the 97 NBA playoffs has sold for $2.73 million. It was when a then rookie Kobe wore it twice during the Lakers conference semifinals against the Utah Jazz, and that went for $2.74 million.
Okay.
All right, now let's talk about, I guess, Ray J. Right? Ray J was on live, and he was talking about Gay Pride Month and shouting out the whole LGBTQ community. Here's what he had to say.
A lot of that's straight. They don't be trying to shout out to the gay community and all my gay is the right way. So I gotta do it because I want to make sure know that I'm showing nothing but love. That is Gay Pride Month. Shout out to all my gay. Shout out to everybody in the LGBT community. And then I got a lot of real gay, and we make a lot of money together, but it ain't just about the money. It's just it's cool, and but it need to be more straight showing love to the community. It just need to be. I don't know what it is, but there's nothing but love over here. Shout out to all the glam squads that hook us up.
Isn't that kind of stereotypical just to say the glam squad?
The glam squads. All right.
The glam squad.
Well, Ray J also wanted to be Ray Pride Month.
Man.
Okay? Listen to this.
And I'm on my way to work, and I just decided to come on live and, you know what I'm saying, and just give all my gay people, my gay brothers, my gay sisters, give them all their flowers, you know what I'm saying? And you know, for me, I want to sponsor the whole Gay Pride Month and do Ray Pride. Ray Pride. That's it.
How is it about you, Ray J?
One of the most hilarious humans ever without
Ray J.
trying is Ray J. Drop on the clues bombs for Ray J. Why the hell would gay people want Ray Pride, Ray J? You can't co-opt their whole month. You want to celebrate Pride Month? Get your boyfriend. Okay? I know they in his DMs right now asking how much love you willing to show, Ray J. We
I
saw
thought
the
you
tape.
were about to volunteer. And it's funny because I really saw this because I got tagged in it. Because somebody named Mrs. C715 posted, shout out to all the booty goons that got indoor pools and outdoor pools. We see you.
Okay.
And he responded, I never made up the booty goons. Angela Yee made those words up. She should get it trademarked. I said some other ish and I'm not proud of it. New me, new focus. Shout out to Fab as well.
Well, he I don't think he said the term booty goons, but he definitely implied there's goons that he would get to put in somebody's booty.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
But I do see what Ray is trying to say as far as, the whole
support
gay pride thing. Yes, I respect it. But I respect all humans. I could care less what your sexuality is. Love is love. He's just saying show love.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, Joe Biden will be on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and that's going to be on Wednesday night. So you can watch him doing an in-person on that late night talk show. And the announcement was made Sunday afternoon by Jimmy Kimmel during the Jimmy Kimmel Live NBA Finals game night on ABC. So it'll be his first in-studio appearance on a late-night talk show since he was inaugurated in January of 2021. All right, Mariah Carey is being sued for $20 million. And that is over claims that she ripped off the name of the song All I Want for Christmas Is You from another song that was written 5 years prior. That complaint was filed on Friday by Andy Stone, who performs under the name Vince Vance as part of the country pop group Vince Vance and the Valiants. They filed allegations of copyright infringement and misappropriation, and the complaint alleges that the single exploited the style and popularity of that song, which he claims received extensive airplay during the 1993 holiday season and charted on Billboard. You guys want to hear the song? Because I had never heard it, but here is their version.
Boo! Mariah Carey one slap way harder, bro. Fought on this record,
So
man.
the lyrics and the melody are not the same.
There you go. Fought on this record. Everybody want to hear this.
But they said that the titles of the song caused confusion. But there's a lot of songs that have the same titles.
There's a million All I Want for Christmas songs, ain't it? Unless I'm tripping.
Well, in general, I feel like we always hear songs that have the same title. If anything, you could capitalize off the fact that this huge smash that Mariah did has the same title because people might stream yours by accident.
By the way, I just call it the Mariah Carey Christmas song.
Listen, that song was the first and only holiday single to hit 10 million sales and streaming units in the U.S. last December, 27 years after its initial release.
I thought that they was saying that she, stole the song like word for word. You
just a
tripping
title.
off a title?
And look, she made more than $60 million in royalties from that song. That one song.
Listen, I don't ever want to hear that other Christmas song you just played ever again. And by the way, I'm 43 years old, and I've never walked around and heard that song in any store. I've never heard that in any public transportation. I've never heard that Christmas song in my life.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
Garbage it is.
All right, well, coming up next, we do have the People's Choice Mix.
Do we?
Now, let me see what Envy's up to on his Instagram, because he's not here.
Envy posted a picture. He was like,
let me see what he's doing.
It's like he was listening to Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy in a weed dispensary or something.
I see he posted someone else's baby. I was like, I know that's not Envy's baby.
You never know.
And then what is he doing in this picture? He's got his arms raised.
I have no idea. It's like, I really don't know what the hell this guy got going on.
And he's like coming through some forest.
He's got like the trees covering his nipples. It's weird.
And then he said, who wants smoke? Yo, I'm not going to lie. This would have been a lot more artsy if he was naked in there, right? In the forest.
Yo, Photoshop Nick. Come on, Nick. You got me?
Get it.
You got me, Nick.
And then there's one where he has his face in these bushes.
Nick, you know what to do. Nick, you understand the assignment.
He's got his face in some bushes. And then there's one where he's like running through the trees.
Nick, you got to do that for me, bro. Come on, bro. Do it for me, man.
Envy is loco.
People's Choice Mix is up next.
Envy is for loco.
It's the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Unjunk your sleep right now with Mattress Firm's Hot Buys happening now. Queen mattresses starting at $169.99. Sleepy, Serta, Sealy, Beauty Rest, and more. All in stock for fast delivery. Visit a sleep expert at your local Mattress Firm store today. Now we have something positive. We've been trying to do positive things, and we got some daily bread. So we have somebody that we're going to talk to next. We're going to give them some money for their bills or to start a business. $1,000. And we're going to call them and give them some cash. So let's do it. Next up on The Breakfast Club.
Hello.
Hello. Is this Demetrius Grant?
It's Demetrius.
Oh, Demetrius.
Hi.
Peace, Demetrius.
Okay, Demetrius.
Demetrius.
We're going to mess up her name all day. Demetrius, how you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
Do you know who this is?
Yeah, this is Angela Yee. Oh, my God. I'm listening to y'all right now. This is crazy.
All right. Well, you know we've been doing this whole daily bread thing, and I know you know because you actually wrote in, right?
Yes.
Now, what did you say when you wrote us at thebreakfastclubonline.com?
I want to use this money to pay my bills.
Okay.
Some money for rent.
$1,000 should be enough to get some bills paid, right?
Yes, and it's Puerto Rican weekend too.
What does that mean?
That I'm Puerto Rican and we're gonna go celebrate in East Harlem.
I didn't know Puerto Ricans had a whole weekend.
You don't
Oh,
you
the
know
parade
the
is
Puerto
this
Rican
week?
Day Parade.
You're not from New York, Charlamagne.
I know that y'all got a parade. I didn't know it was a whole weekend.
Listen,
though.
the Puerto Rican Day Parade is national news, okay?
Exactly.
Damn, so it's a gay Puerto Rican's dream this weekend then. Huh? If you gay and Puerto Rican, you popping.
They gonna be living it up. Yo.
And you,
Okay.
Demetrius, you from the Bronx?
No, I'm actually from Spanish Harlem, but I live in the Bronx now.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, we are so
Man.
happy that you're getting this $1,000. What a great way to celebrate your weekend as well and get some bills paid
And
with the daily bread from the Breakfast Club. So
And
shout out to our friends at U.S. Bank. You know, we'll get there together.
And I wish we could give you more money so you can move out the Bronx, but you know.
The Bronx is on the come up, though, right?
Yes. Okay.
Oh my God.
Ain't the Demetrius? Ain't the Bronx on the come up?
Yeah, on the come up for the local news this morning for something crazy.
It's all right. It's getting there.
It's getting there. They trying to redo the Bronx. They trying to make, they got some good areas now.
Well, well, thank you, Demetrius. And we hope that this $1,000 does you some good.
Thank you, and thank you for not butchering my name, Charlamagne. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Boricua, let's go.
Yes, have a good day, guys.
You
Peace.
too.
We do the daily bread every day, man. So hit us up.
BreakfastClubOnline.com.
There you go. Hit us up. Tell us your story. Tell us why you need that $1,000.
All right, coming up next, we got the positive note on the Breakfast Club. All right, what's up? It's the Breakfast Club on a Monday. Today we replayed an interview from Trouble, and Mike Will made it. And Trouble, you will be missed. Again, we want to give our deepest condolences to his close family, his close friends, everybody who felt some type of connection to Trouble. I see a lot of tributes to him, which is just really a way of letting everybody know what an amazing person that Trouble was and the impact that he's had on so many different people's lives in such a positive way. So thank you for that. Now, Charlamagne, you had the positive note?
Yeah, man. Just want to say rest in peace to Trouble again. I also want to send healing energy to Metro Boomin. I never met Metro Boomin, but you hear a story about somebody's mother getting killed, and then the guy
boyfriend.
killing himself.
Yeah.
Like, man, So I just want to send healing energy to the Metro Boomin as well.
Again, sending Metro Boomin and his family so much love. I know it's a difficult time. I can't even imagine what that might feel like.
Yeah, so much gun violence and everything going on. There's just so much going on in the world right now. So my positive note is simply this: just understand the devil is working hard to be the first thing on our minds when we wake up. So make sure to say a prayer for the world. The good versus evil war is real, and it's at its peak. It's the root to everything going on. Some people hate themselves so much that the only cure is to hurt others. So let's pray for them, man. Spread love.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?